Here we are, day 21, not for the week. I'm going to start with this Proverbs chapter 5. We're going to read straight from the Bible, verse 18 and 19. May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth, a loving doe, a graceful deer. May her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be captivated by her love. This is not day 17, the honeymoon. This is day 21, years into the marriage relationship in the Song of Songs. And I encourage you to read the end of chapter 6, this dance of Mahanaim. It's an intimate dance that is done after this couple reconciles. It goes all the way to verse 10 of chapter 7. Go ahead and read the end of chapter 6, last verse, all the way to chapter 7, verse 10. And I encourage you on day 17 to do this. This is often something we do in worship, where we read the scriptures and we say thanks. We say this is the word of the Lord, and then we say thanks be to God. And so again, I encourage you, go ahead and proclaim that. Thanks be to God. We talked about the covenant. The sign of the covenant in a marriage relationship is the sex act. All right, well, in the marriage relationship, we renew that covenant. And so years later, God shows us this picture, and he actually shows us this picture in those verses that I encourage you just to read, where it actually gets better. It actually gets better as the couple renews their covenant, and certainly after conflict, which was the last couple days, right? They renew it. They're saying, we are sticking through this together. We have forgiven each other, so they renew the covenant in a huge piece of wisdom as it gets better. It gets better. And so again, I don't know where you are in your relationship with one another when it comes to sexuality. Certainly there's a lot of conflict that can be there. We saw that take place in the scriptures and Song of Songs. Right, but there's beauty, there's an intimacy, there's a fuel for the fire. I'm not going to do those drawings again that I did a couple days ago, but think about those, right? And so the truth is, it gets better. It gets way better, and I pray that you experience that and know that. But the truth is, right, Satan wants to continue to attack it. We'll actually hear more about that in a couple days before us, because there's some more conflict that occurs about sex. And so I just want to encourage you today. If you want to renew your covenant, renew your covenant. Again, God says in Song of Songs, enjoy, eat your fill, O lovers, right? His needs, her needs, right? It's not about being selfish, it's about being selfless. So communicate about this devotion today, but go ahead and read it and just be inspired and go knee to knee, hand to hand, and thank God. Thank God for the intimacy that he has given just to you two to enjoy for the rest of your life together. And may God continue to satisfy you, not just with the sexual desire, but also with an intimate relationship with your spouse, right? Truly not just one flesh, but one soul, one heart, one mind. May God continue to draw you together. This is not for the week. See you tomorrow.